Thank you, Deputy Speaker. So they've broken promises on education, on health, on pensions, on taxes, and then they come into the parliament and move this motion where they're proselytising keeping their promises on the NBN. Well, quick news flash, they've broken promises on the NBN as well. In April last year, the Prime Minister said that if elected, everyone would have access to 25 megabits per second by the end of 2016. Well, that promise, Deputy Speaker, has been broken as well. On the last sitting day in this parliament, when everyone was distracted by the closure of Holden, Malcolm Turnbull, the Minister for Communications, came into the parliament and said that the government was breaking that promise as well. And it's not the only promise they've broken on the NBN. They promised 9 million households would get fibre to the node. Now it's only about 3 million households that will get that. And there's also this ripper. In February of last year, Tony Abbott, then opposition leader, said, if we don't go ahead with the NBN in its current form, that's about $50 billion less that the Commonwealth will have to borrow. Well, that's not true either, and the budget papers prove it. In last year's budget, our last budget, showed that we would allocate $30.4 billion in government equity to build the NBN. In this budget, the Liberal Party shows that it'll allocate $29.5 billion. It's not a $50 billion difference, it's a $1 billion difference. But the real difference is what the people of Australia will get. Under Labor, they would have got the real NBN, fibre to the premises, a game-changing project that will change the way we live, change the way we work. Under this government, only 25% of Australia will get fibre to the premises. The rest of Australia will miss out. They'll get a second-rate NBN, from a third-rate government. And I don't think you've got to ask yourself, why is this happening? I think it's because the Liberal Party doesn't understand how important the NBN is. You've got a Prime Minister who says he's the Infrastructure Prime Minister of Australia, but describes the NBN as effectively a video entertainment system. And he wants to tear this project down, but at the same time build a paid parental leave scheme to give $50,000 to rich mums who don't need it. The reason I make this point is for this reason. The cost of the paid parental leave scheme over the next decade is more than the cost of building the NBN over the next decade. And, Mr Deputy Speaker, which one do you think will have a bigger impact on the Australian economy? Well, I can tell you, it's the NBN. And the member for Gilmore should know better, because in her electorate is the town of Kiama, one of the first places to get the NBN. And the people that are in Kiama who are using it love it. Well, I have, and there's a woman named Sharon Parker who lives in your electorate who said this: downloading, uploading, fast, brilliant, sending emails instant, downloading really big documents, we get it straight away, brilliant, we don't have any dramas, none whatsoever. Well, by her actions, the member for Gilmore is denying the rest of her electorate the same service that Sharon Parker is getting. Towns like Nowra, Gerringong, Jarawa will all miss out on what Kiama is getting. They'll get the second-rate NBN. And don't worry, we will tell them about it. If they don't know about it already, we'll tell them. Come the next election in 2016, we'll tell the people of Nowra and Gerringong and Jarawa that they're missing out on the real NBN because of this short-sighted government. And we'll remind them of the promises that this Prime Minister has broken on education, on health, on pensions, on taxes and on the NBN. And they're missing out because they trusted this untrustworthy government.